welcome back to another video. Today we're fixing the Fabia because it's got a couple issues with it. We're on our way to go in spare in Littlehampton to get a couple clips and things like that. It's basically like the all-in-one shop, like everything you need. Just heading there now to get a couple bits, and then we're going to the garage and getting some bits done. So see you in a bit.
I can't be awoken. I can't be awoken. I can't be awoken.
Right, so the first bit we're going to look at is we're going to jack the rear up and we're going to find this knock. I've got some like really weird knocking noise coming from the rear. And I did put a rear anti-roll bar on recently, and I think maybe one of the bolts, like the little bolts that go through the shock into the hub, sometimes tend to get loose. So we're going to take a look at that, and I've also got something else that I want to put on the rear. We're going to raise it up and maybe look at getting the stance a bit better on it. Right, let's get a wheel off. Be surprised if this comes off easily, because it's been on there for a while. Wheel. If you'd like to follow me underneath the car, oh, you can't really see it, I'll tell you what, I'll tell you that. So this bolt right here is what I reckon is going to be loose. So we're going to check that. What I'm going to do is, because I want to raise this up. Now, because the rear anti-roll bar that you can see along here, it's connected to this strut. So right now, I can't, like none of this will move, which means I can't get the spring out, which means it's going to make it a bit difficult to raise it up. I want to get the spring out. What I'm going to do is basically take this bolt out, drop the anti-roll bar, well, it won't be connected then, so I can move it all down, get the spring out, and raise the coilovers up. See, now that was fairly loose, which leads me to believe that's probably what the knocking noise was anyway. It's coming. There you go. Right now, so hopefully, there you go. Look, so you see that's now got a bit of that. Push all this down. I should be able to get that spring out, hopefully. He says. Yeah, there you go. Right, thanks to Tom's foot, springs out, which means now it's going to be really easy when I get the C-spanners to just unwind that shock and just raise it up a little bit. Oh, that was easy. So with my very accurate calculations, doing this, my tyre was tucking in the arch a little bit before, and what I'm going to be doing, I haven't actually said that, I'm going to put some 20mm spacers on the rear to like really fatten it up. Like I said, the tyre was tucking in the arch before, so I'm kind of looking like 1.5 inches, give or take, is going to raise it up enough so it's not going to rub on the arch, hopefully, and give me more rust marks. So I'm going to raise it up so that's what happens. Now I've actually got a guess. As you saw in the last clip with the foot cam, Tom was already pushing down on the whole rear beam, so it lets you pull the springs and put them in, because it's like quite stiff. So you've got both the springs in, you've raised them both to the same height. It's now basically got to get this bolt back through the anti-roll bar, through the shock, nut into the hub, and get it all put back together and get the spacers and see how it looks. Basically, that has got to line up with it. There's a hole there, that's all got to line up, but trying to line it up, I don't even know. If I jack this up, you see it you kind of see it moves it all in line a bit, so just going to do it once more, like that. And hopefully that is going to be nearly lined up. I might just need to get a screwdriver to kind of put through the middle of that, make sure it's like definitely lined up, and we can get the bolt in, bolt it all together. Oh, there you go. Ah, there you go.
Good time. I just wanna have a good time. Didn't come here not to have a good time. Why they come here?
She's through. Bang.
This is our time, so let's have a good time. Yeah, I just wanna
There you go. In. Who needs threads? It's a suspension component. When you tighten suspension component bolts up, you only want to nip them up when the car's in the air, because if you imagine when the car's on the floor with all the weight on it, it's going to feel complete, like it's going to have all the weight on the bolt, so it might flex and change. So what you want to do, you want to basically just nip it up, and then when the car's actually on the floor with weight on it, I'm going to crawl back underneath and like really tighten it up. Apparently that's what you're meant to do. Don't know. We've got some 20mm spacers. I have actually ran these before on the car, but it was rubbing so bad, so I had to take them off. But now I've raised it up, we're going to whack them back on. These are the cheapest ones I could possibly find on the internet. I think I got them off like eBay for 20 quid, 25 quid. They are. Like I said, I have had them on before, so already a bit used, but they're like multi-fit ones, but we'll see how long they last before our wheel comes off and I die. Right, so we've got the spacers on, they're actually 15mm, not 20. Don't know where I got 20 from. We've got extended wheel bolts, because it's, yeah, you basically need longer wheel bolts when you put spacers on. But yeah, anyway, Tom, can you chuck me the wheel quick? Oi, what are you doing, mate? Oh my God. Onto the toilet. Tom said he's going to quickly jack the car up and get the wheels torqued up. So let's just go have a quick look. Mate, what are you doing? Mate, what is that? What are you doing, mate? Right, we've just lowered the car down off the jack, and I think my calculations on how much I wanted to raise the car by, a little bit wrong. Oh my. Oh. Right, I'm going to have to get back under the car, basically do all of that again. I'll be back in a bit. I was wrong. I was being an idiot, because the other side was still jacked up. It still looked really high in the air. This is how it is sitting now. It's not slammed, but with like fitment side of things, I think that is spot on. Like, I literally don't think you can get better than that. I'm really happy with that. The only thing is go for a drive and obviously see if it rubs. Now, I do it obviously with bikes in the back and people in the back. I'm a little bit sceptical it might rub. I have had it before, but last time I done this, I never raised the rear up. So just gonna have to see really. But yeah, I'm pretty gassed with it. I think it looks sick. So obviously at the start of this video, we were on our way to a place called Go and Spare in Little Hampton, and I bought these two little clamps. I think I put the clip in. That is because there's a bit of an oil leak. Surprise, surprise. I've looked before when I've cleaned all the car up, and basically where the intake hose joins onto the turbo, that clamp isn't sealing, and there is oil that comes off the rocket cover breather down there and in, and it's basically all leaking out around there. So I need to replace that clamp. Where the intake comes in here, travels down through here, down that metal pipe, and that metal pipe goes all the way down. You can't really see it, and then it goes into the turbo. Where it joins onto the turbo, it goes from that metal bit. I've cut a little silicone pipe with a clamp either side, and yeah, basically the clamp that goes onto the turbo is weak, doesn't go tight enough. So where this breather off the rocker cover, that releases pressure, and obviously there's oil in here. So every now and again, tiny little droplets of oil come in here, go into the intake, down in there, and obviously it's leaking as it goes in there. So let's get that sorted. So I got that old clamp off. You can see it's just a bit knackered, a bit mangled, and you can see it's all covered in oil, so there's definitely oil coming out of there. This is one of the ones I bought at Go and Spare earlier. I did buy two, so I wasn't sure what size I needed, but if you look there, one of them is literally exactly the same size, so that'll be spot on. So I'm basically gonna get under the car, get that on, tighten it down, but before anything, spray everything with brake cleaner, get it clean. Ended up taking the whole intake off and pulling it all out to get that clamp back on, because it's just way easier. It's literally only like 2 bolts and clamps to get the intake off, so just gonna whack that back on now, and yeah, everything's done. Everything's back together. I think now we're just gonna go give the car a quick clean. Might strap the mic near the exhaust and just go for a little rip and see how it feels, see how it sounds. So we did leave. We went to go for a little drive, put the mic on the exhaust and things like that. But we got out the road, and we both noticed that the rear wheels looked honestly as if they were going to fall off. They were wobbling and weaving in and out the arches so bad. Something like really did not look good. So we both thought that I didn't torque the wheels down properly enough, although I thought I did. So we quickly rushed back to check that.
finishing finger time.
Right, quick update. We're driving back and noticed that the wheels are literally like meh, meh, meh. It looked absolutely horrific. So we've come back and we've got the car here, and we noticed that basically the spacer doesn't sit on the hub like 100% flat. It's like so near. It's basically like this inner, we've tried filing it, this inner ball here is hitting on that, and it's just basically not allowing it to sit flush. So when I said earlier about the cheapest spacers in the whole world, and hopefully I won't die, I'm pretty lucky I haven't died, because I'm going to have to leave my car here now like this, go beg the missus to take me back to the garage to get the standard wheel bolts and the C-spanners, and basically do everything you've just said in this whole video and put it back to normal. Sick. So to just round the end of the video off, my amazing girlfriend did take me back to the garage to get all the wheel bolts. I got it all put back together and back to how it was. There is now no knocking noise in the rear, so it must have been that little bolt down there that was causing that. A bit annoying, I can't have the spacers on. I might have to go try and find a different brand. Maybe, moral of the story is, don't buy the cheapest car parts you can find online, because obviously cheap car parts aren't always the best parts. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a subscribe, like, comment and all of that. I'd really appreciate it, as it goes a long way, and I'll see you in the next one. So see you later, bye.